Hi everyone, I'm Sanjana. I'm an intern for J&J, and I'm here with another fireside chat. Robin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you.
So let's jump right on into it. First question for you is to tell us about your educational and professional backgrounds and the path that you took to get to where you are today.
That's going to be a long story. Where I got to is not where I actually started out. So my educational background, I originally had some issues in high school, and then several years later went back and decided to go pursue my degree. I'm actually pursuing another degree now, a millennial later. But I was originally in food service and customer support, restaurant management. I later joined the military and received training there for computers and administration and things of that nature, based on cybersecurity, information sec. And from there, once I was discharged from the military, I went into the civilian sector, and I was intrigued. Growing up, I was really intrigued by taking things apart, so it just kind of stuck to stay in the computer range, the computer realm. Didn't always get them back together completely, but you have to have that how does things work mindset.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of the people viewing today, the students, can definitely relate to that. You know, maybe they have a lot of interests and they might start in one place, but they could end up in a variety of places. So it's very interesting that you brought that up.
Yeah, coming from pursuing cybersecurity, what you're going to realize is, number one, that is a huge umbrella term. So there's all kinds of different focus areas in that. There's digital forensics, there's incident response, there's information assurance, secure coding. I could go on and on. But in each of those, a few of the things that you'll find that you'll learn from any job, even if you didn't start out in security, is building relationships and being able to relate and talk to folks, because that's definitely going to be something you'll have to do, especially when you're involved in investigating an incident.
Absolutely. So my next question for you is, in high school and or college, do you feel that you had any sort of significant extracurricular experiences that helped you later on in your professional life?
Extracurricular experiences. I would have to say that official extracurricular activities, no. Was I playing video games and taking apart computers? Yeah, I was doing a few of that. Or being asked to maybe look at something for an individual, but nothing that was official per se. And originally, for a little while, I had considered actually going into accounting. So I had a couple of the accounting classes there. So that activity, although it was very mathematical, wasn't technically related to the field that I ended up choosing.
That's awesome, though. You had that, expertise in a different subject, and you could carry it with you no matter what.
Thank you. They all relate one way or the other.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, you can never learn too much. You can always learn things and keep them with you as you go.
Yep, I'm constantly learning. There's anybody that tells you that they know everything, they're wrong, because nobody knows everything. There's always somebody that's going to be smarter than you, that's going to be faster than you, that's going to figure out and pick things up faster than you. But that doesn't mean that you don't have your own speciality. It doesn't mean that you can't still learn and put in an effort to that. So I'm constantly trying to pick up new things, programming languages, or how to reverse engineer something, and attending CTFs just to, truthfully, honestly, in most cases, just to see how much I don't really know.
That kind of dips into the idea of lifelong learning, which has been a little bit of a theme in all these fireside chats. So it's great to hear you also talk about that.
Yeah, I'm actually pursuing my second master's program right now.
Wow, that's amazing. How's that been?
It's been different because this program is not a traditional college. So there was a little bit of a learning curve. Now, COVID making everything, remote really didn't have any impact on this because this particular degree program is primarily all online remote. So it was just the method of how the training program works is a little bit different than what I have done before.
That's convenient then, in a sense.
It is.
So my last question for you is, what advice would you have for young people who are about to start their professional lives soon?
In any particular field?
Yeah, just in any field, just people that don't really know about the future as much as you do with the experience
Gotcha.
that you have.
I don't know anything about the future, but with that, I would say when you're pursuing your job, there's a couple of things I would suggest. I would suggest, making sure and networking, go to various different conferences or technology, all the different meetups and all of the different organizations. Look to those organizations because they can provide you with some contacts, resources, or networking that could help you later on in life. You may decide and find out after your first couple of years on your job, maybe I really didn't want to be a banking officer. Maybe I decided or found out that, my passion is really something else. And to add to that, the job you go to, your career, if you dread getting up in the morning and going to work, then that's probably not where you should be. You need to look for something where your passion is, something that you're really passionate about. It doesn't matter what that is, but you have to enjoy what you're doing.
I totally agree with that. And I think, it's kind of easy to get stuck in this mentality of like, I need to have everything figured out and like, I need to be in one vertical or, just have like a very structured or linear path. But that's clearly not the case. We see that with your story and what you mentioned. So, yeah.
I've done all kinds of things. I had all kinds of different positions from food service to management to military to now I'm in digital forensics and incident response.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Robin, again for being here. This was a great session, and I'm sure that the students will get a lot of value from this.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate it. I look